Welcome back to my channel. Today, we explore the value of specific coins. The most valuable Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny coins value in market. First up, the 1949 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny, specifically the no mint mark version in very fine condition. If you've ever wondered what your old pennies might be worth, this video is for you. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, first introduced in 1909, celebrates the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Its iconic design features the profile of Lincoln on the obverse, and two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent on the reverse, a design that remained until 1958. The 1949 issue is one of the later wheat pennies and holds a special place among collectors now. Why focus on the 1949 no mint mark penny? Well, that's because these were minted in Philadelphia, and the absence of a mint mark means it's from the original and primary mint facility, which adds a bit of historical weight. In 1949, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Generally, the Philadelphia no mint mark coins are the most common, but that doesn't mean they're not valuable, especially in higher grades. Collectors look closely at the mint marks because it affects rarity and value. The 1949 no mint mark penny is fairly plentiful in circulated conditions, but when you find one in very fine condition or better, that's where the value starts to climb. Grading coins is an art and a science. Very fine, or VF, is a mid-grade condition on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin graded VF20 to VF35 shows moderate wear on the high points, but details are still sharp and readable for the 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny. A very fine condition means you'll see clear details on Lincoln's hair, jawline, and the wheat stalks on the back, though some light wear is evident. These coins are quite desirable because they show strong eye appeal while still being affordable. Too many collectors. So, what's the current market value? As of 2025, a 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in very fine condition generally sells for around $370 in everyday retail or online marketplaces. That might not sound like a lot, but remember, this penny was originally worth just 1 cent. The key here is condition. In circulated, worn condition, it's worth just face value or a bit more. But when you move into higher grades like extremely fine or mint state, the value can jump significantly, sometimes up to $150 or more. Also, certain varieties or errors from 1949 can be worth even more, but for the standard no mint mark penny in very fine condition, expect a modest but steady value. If you're on the hunt, check coin rolls, old collections, or even your loose change. It's amazing how many of these pennies are still out there, just waiting to be discovered. When you find one, handle it carefully. Avoid cleaning your coins because cleaning can drastically reduce their value. Store them in protective holders or coin flips to keep them safe from scratches, dirt, and humidity. Lincoln Wheat Pennies aren't just valuable, they're a piece of American history. They tell stories from the early to mid-20th century and commemorate one of America's greatest presidents. Plus, because they were minted for nearly 50 years, there's a wide variety of dates, mint marks, and errors to collect, making the hobby both fascinating and rewarding. So, to wrap up, the 1949 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny no mint mark in very fine condition is a valuable little piece of history that could be worth a few dollars or more, depending on its condition. It's definitely worth keeping an eye out for in your collection or your pocket change. Next up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, even if it's in damaged condition. Believe it or not, these coins can still hold surprising value, and I'm here to tell you why. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is a beloved coin in the United States. Minted from 1909 all the way to 1958, the obverse features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse boasts the stalks of wheat, a symbol of prosperity in America during that era. The 1956 penny is one of the last wheat pennies made before the design switched to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. In 1956, pennies were primarily minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark, or the absence of one, tells us where the penny was made. A penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, which did not use a mint mark until later years. Now here's the interesting part. The 1956 Philadelphia penny is incredibly common in circulated condition. But what about those that are damaged or worn? Can they still have value? The answer is yes, especially for collectors who want to fill out their sets or find interesting varieties. Damage on coins can include scratches, dents, corrosion, discoloration, and even cleaning marks that reduce their value. But some damage types affect value more than others. For the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny, common damage includes environmental wear from circulation, small scratches, and sometimes corrosion from improper storage. Even with these imperfections, many damaged pennies can still be collectible. While most 1956 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat pennies in damaged condition won't make you rich, they're still a cool piece of American history, and if your penny shows any kind of minting error, it could surprise you with a nice payday. Next up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1944, but not just any 1944 penny. We're talking about the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark. And yes, even in dirty condition could this humble coin be worth more than you think. Stay tuned as we uncover its history, rarity, and current market value in today's dollars. Let's jump right in. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is a classic favorite among collectors. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it features the wheat ears on the reverse side, which were used until 1958. The 1944 penny is particularly interesting because it was minted during World War II, a time when metals were in high demand for the war effort. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny was primarily minted using recycled copper from spent shell casings, making these coins historically significant. That year, the majority of the pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, denoted by a D mint mark, with a smaller number from Philadelphia, which did not use any mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint coins are identified by the absence of a mint mark. A key detail for collectors is whether the coin has a mint mark. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint. A 1944 penny without any mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia. While this was common, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins, so at first glance, you might think these pennies are quite common and not valuable. When it comes to coin collecting, condition usually makes the biggest difference. In value, clean, shiny coins with no wear can be worth much more. But what about those dirty, worn, or circulated pennies? Surprisingly, even dirty 1944 Lincoln pennies can hold some value, especially if they're genuine and have no mint mark. Collectors sometimes overlook these pennies because they don't look perfect, but there's a growing interest in coins with authentic history and character. However, if your 1944 penny has any rare errors, unusual color variations, or particularly nice luster beneath the grime, the value can rise significantly, sometimes reaching several dollars. If you find a dirty 1944 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that exhibits any of these errors, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. A quick word of caution: if you find a dirty 1944 penny, don't rush to clean it with harsh chemicals or scrubbing. Cleaning coins improperly can reduce their value drastically. Instead, if you want to improve its look, gently soak it in distilled water and use a soft cloth. Or better yet, leave it as is and let a professional numismatist assess it. So, while the 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in dirty condition isn't likely to make you a millionaire, it's still a neat piece of history and worth checking out in your collection. These pennies remind us of a different era, a time when coins were made from war materials and passed through countless hands. Next up, the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny. While many of us might overlook this coin, it holds a fascinating history and can be quite valuable, especially when found in extra fine XF condition. So, let's explore what makes this coin special and how much it's worth in today's market. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1953D version was minted in Denver, with a total of 700,515,000 coins produced that year. Despite the high mintage, certain factors can make specific coins more valuable than others. Coin grading is a standardized system used to assess the condition of a coin. The extra fine grade, often abbreviated as XF, indicates that the coin shows minimal wear. In this grade, the design details are sharp, and only slight traces of wear are visible on the high points. This condition is crucial for collectors, as it ensures the coin retains much of its original detail and appeal. As of 2025, the value of a 1953D Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition varies based on several factors, including demand and market trends. On average, coins in this grade can be valued between $100. However, prices can fluctuate, and it's always a good idea to consult current market listings for the most accurate valuations. If you're looking to purchase or sell a 1953D Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition, consider reputable platforms like eBay, where collectors frequently trade coins. Always ensure the authenticity of the coin and the credibility of the seller. The 1953D Lincoln Wheat Penny, especially in extra fine condition, is a testament to the rich history of American coinage. While it might not be as rare as some other coins, its value lies in its condition, design, and the story it tells. If you come across one in your collection or change, take a moment to appreciate its significance and potential worth. Next up, the 1958 edition without a mint mark. If you think it's just a common penny, think again. This little coin could be worth way more than you think. So stick around to find out how much these coins are worth in today's market, what makes them valuable, and how to spot a good one. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series was minted from 1909 to 1958 and is one of the most beloved coins in American numismatics. It was created to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the front or obverse, you see Lincoln's profile, and on the back, the iconic wheat ears, which is why collectors call them wheat pennies. The 1958 penny is especially interesting because it marks the very last year the wheat penny design was used before the reverse design switched to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. So 1958 pennies, especially without a mint mark, hold a special place for collectors as the final wheat design released from the Philadelphia Mint. In 1958, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Pennies from Philadelphia famously do not have a mint mark, while Denver coins have a D and San Francisco coins have an S. So, when we say 1958 wheat penny without mint mark, we are referring to a Philadelphia coin. These pennies are generally more common than their Denver or San Francisco counterparts, but that doesn't mean they lack value. In fact, condition plays a huge role in determining how much a 1958 no mint mark penny can be worth. Coins are graded on their condition, from poor P to mint state MS, which is essentially flawless. For a 1958 wheat penny without mint mark, most circulated coins in average condition are worth just a few cents over face value. But coins in good condition or higher grades like very fine VF or extremely fine XF can be significantly more valuable. Good condition means the coin shows moderate wear, but the major details of Lincoln's face, wheat ears, and date are still clearly visible. For example, the coin's rim may be worn, but all lettering and numbers are readable. That kind of coin is a sweet spot for collectors who want something affordable but attractive. So, what is the current value of a 1958 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark in good condition as of 2025? Typical prices for these coins in good condition range from about $350 each. But if you have one in higher grades like extremely fine, the value can jump to $500 or more. And for uncirculated or mint state coins, prices can soar anywhere from $1,400 depending on the exact quality. That might not sound like a lot, but remember, these pennies were once everyday currency, and finding one in great condition today is getting harder and harder. Plus, if you find a coin with a rare error or exceptional luster, it could be worth even more. Here are a few tips to help you spot valuable 1958 wheat pennies. Look for coins with sharp details on Lincoln's cheek and jawline, clear wheat stalks on the back, and strong lettering with no major scratches or corrosion. And please, don't clean your pennies harshly. Cleaning can reduce their value drastically. Instead, store them properly in coin holders or albums to preserve their natural patina. Collecting 1958 wheat pennies is not just about money, it's about owning a piece of American history. Lincoln's image on the coin has inspired generations, and these pennies are a tangible link to the past. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, finding and keeping a 1958 no-mint mark wheat penny in good condition is a rewarding experience, and with values on the rise, it might even be a smart investment. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1958 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips and treasure reveals, and drop a comment below if you've ever found one of these pennies. Until next time, keep hunting those coins. You never know what you might find in your pocket change.